It appears as though I've been struck by, a smooth criminal. Hey everyone, welcome back to more Persona 5 Royal. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time, we nearly got to the end of 2 separate confidants, and this time, we're in prison. Now, that is because I want to boost up my strength, but we also do have a few more things to talk about. And first of all, we have Mothman! I love the fact that Mothman is in this game. Mothman is a cryptid. Cryptid, they're basically just any sort of mythological being. Same sort of thing. The legend behind Mothman began in West Virginia. In 1966, there were 2 couples in November of that year in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, and they reported a 10-foot-tall, red-eyed thing flying around, and similar reports would emerge over the next few days. Some other couples would come by, some other people would come by, and the story kind of just remained dormant for about a year. So on December 15th, 1967, the Silver Bridge in Point Pleasant collapsed, and it killed 46 people. And because of it being in the same place where a year ago there were sightings of this giant moth creature, Mothman was said to be to blame for this. There's a lot of different depictions of what Mothman might look like. This is one of the more pleasant ones. I think he looks very fun. I love the fact that we have Mothman here. And then we have Clotho. I don't think we've actually talked about the fates yet. I did briefly mention that she is a fate, but I realized in between episodes that we haven't actually talked about what the fates are, but oh well. Now, this is the first use of the mythology Timeless Tales of Gods and Heroes by Edith Hamilton. Again, Clotho is one of the fates, the youngest of them, and the one who spins the thread of life, and she gives to men at birth good and evil to have. She sets out the destiny of all humans, and she is the daughter of Themis, the lawmaker of Zeus. Clotho has 2 other sisters, Atropos and Lachesis. We will get those 2 at a later point, don't worry, but Clotho is the first of the fates, the first fortune we'd have, and fitting for that. In addition, 2 other things I want to point out. Setanta. We have Setanta with Rakakaja. I got that through... I don't even remember where I got that through. Oh well. Neko Shogun with Daikaja. That will be our next 2 required for the strength.
What? Huh. It would seem... See? You can do it.
Huh. You know, I never thought you'd keep at this even though it's not mandatory. You're pretty interesting, inmate. I must say, as Caroline noted before, this list is quite well thought out. The tasks are designed to push you toward achieving your goals while also measuring your true strength. I guess so.
Hey, inmate!
Hey, inmate, what are your thoughts on these tasks? They're perfect. Oh, we've got guts, inmate. Oh well, we should give him the next one. Let's see here. Huh? What the... It feels like I've seen the writing on this list before. You speak for the penmanship. Yeah. Damn it, I can't remember. Do you recognize it, Justine? Compliment him after he finishes the next task. Don't spoil him, though. Do it just like you practiced, with a piercing glare and angled hips. Oh, wait, not that! Those are my notes! No, I mean... It seems you have been rather looking forward to the inmates' visits. Never mind that. I'm talking about the handwriting of the tasks themselves. Stop yanking my chain. Now that you mention it, I do feel as though I've seen that handwriting somewhere before. Can I see it?
Excuse me?
Keep your nose out of other people's business, inmate. To be honest, a sense of deja vu I feel when reading this list is certainly concerning to me. Who made this list and why? What do you mean? The goal's pretty obvious. It's to help train the inmate. Beyond that, though, what exactly is the purpose of training him? Rehabilitation? But that is merely our master's orders. Someone other than him wrote this list, correct? Let's just assume there's some purpose we don't know about. If we're right in our assumption, the purpose will be clear once he finishes the whole list, right?
That is correct.
I suppose you have a point. Hearing something logical from you is like a cool rush of air amidst the sweltering heat of summer. You didn't need to say that. Now then, let us reward you for successfully completing our task. We will now give you access to the special treatment. We hereby permit you to create personas you wouldn't normally be able to handle, but the catch is you still have to pay the price for it. Make sure you use this to the fullest so your rehabilitation comes to fruition. Do not disappoint us. So, I thought this was the rank 10 ability. The rank 10 ability is just this, but cheaper, but this is an incredibly overpowered ability. We can fuse personas of a higher level than we are. We've been limited before by what we can all make. We are not anymore. Yes, it's very expensive, but we still can, theoretically. So, yeah. And yeah, we already know that, Neko Shogun with Takasha, we already have that.
Hey, it would seem...
Oh. Let me just move right onto it.
Hmm.
Really can hang this whole growth thing. What's wrong, Justine? It's nothing vital. However, presiding over the growth of another feels almost nostalgic in a way. You feel the same, Caroline. What do you mean? I remember taking care of someone like this before. You were not wrong about that, and yet, our duty to aid his rehabilitation aside, observing his growth feels oddly familiar.
Excuse me?
Can't be right. Inmate's growth and this rehabilitation are the exact same thing.
Hey, inmate!
Hey, inmate! The growth you're getting from these tasks is helping through rehabilitation, right? Probably. See, Justine? They're the same. Is that not something we should judge for ourselves, though? Anyway, Justine, don't forget about our job. The duty we've been handed is all that matters. Don't think about anything else.
Yes.
I suppose you are correct. I guess we're gonna keep worrying about all this until the inmate finishes rehabilitation, huh, Justine? Look what you've done, inmate. Getting us all wrapped up in your fate. Ugh. Could it be... What's wrong? Nothing. But I believe I'm beginning to look forward to seeing whether the inmate can complete his tasks. You heard her. Don't disappoint us, inmate. I want to show off just how powerful that can be and how mainly expensive it is. It's... You can do it. We can get Alexis with Tetraja. So, theoretically, we could actually finish off Strength now.
Now choose.
We need to do some very smart moves and spend a lot of money, but... For example, if we did Valkyrie here, 70,000 for 10 levels above us, which is a lot. But now we have access to get basically anything. If we had Decoravia, we could get Hellbiker right away. If we got a Haridi, we can make a Bugs. Everything's open to us now, basically. Theoretically, I could just spend all this time waiting through getting to the final rank to get that cheaper, but I'm going to wait on it. So, yeah. But special treatment is kind of overpowered.
No slacking off.
It merges really well with Yoshida's next ability, which we haven't gotten to yet, but yeah, it's really good. That's really the most, not even the most I can say about it. That's just the most basic way, the most basic thing to say about it. And this should be our rank 10. Yes, it is.
Wanna get going? This is a perfect way to refill after some training. By the way, the track team's up and running again. Yamauchi got taken down pretty quick. You know Takeishi's mom is the PTA press, right? He told her everything. After that, she came storming in with the other parents and forbid the whole scouting plan. Oh, wish I could have seen the look on Yamauchi's face. I mean, the school can't ignore the PTA. And as a result, the track team's back. Our old coach is filling in for now. Man, it serves that dick right. What a great feeling. I think they might even go far in the meet. Hell yeah! Oh crap, the ramen's gonna get soggy. Let's eat. Woo! That was awesome. To tell the truth, I was scared of facing those guys straight up. I couldn't stand how much they hated me. It only just made me think of how stupid I was. Most of all, it made me remember how I lost my place with them. Hey, this ain't like me, but I managed to change because you were here helping me. I got you all wrapped up in this shit, but you stayed with me till the bitter end. You didn't abandon me, so thanks, man. It's funny, huh? This started out as us training for the Phantom Thieves. How'd it end up like this? Either way, it's my turn now. If anything comes up, you tell me. I'll help you with whatever you need.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of the chariot, granting thee infinite power.
Ryuji gets his second awakening.
Alright.
You can also fuse Chi-Yu. Or Chi-Yo, probably.
My new power! Alright.
Ryuji's Captain Kid transforms into Seiken Taisei.
Alright, now I have that off my chest, let's do this! First up, the Phantom Thieves. I'll be counting on you, leader, and you can count on me too. Hey, now that we're all fueled up, wanna race to the station?
Seiken Taisei is based off of Sun Wukong. I believe Seiken Taisei is the... I think it's the Japanese name of Sun Wukong. Journey to the West, popular story. I will get more into detail on it later because I still have actually forgotten to... I still have forgotten to write my notes on Seiken Taisei. But I do know that much, just off the top of my head. Sun Wukong.
Man, it's hot.
Same thing. And we can even see that if we go over to Ryuji. Yeah. Title Sun Wukong and give him to himself. Again, I will get more into detail about Seiken Taisei in the next episode. Because first we gotta talk about the chariot as itself. So, the upright chariot is about success, ambition, determination, willpower, control, self-discipline, and focus, while the reverse is about force, just being forceful, no direction, no control, being powerless, aggression, and obstacles. And the arcana of the chariot is one all about willpower. Being someone so willful is something that is admirable, but it can have its downsides. The headstrong confidence of the chariot means that they're willing to try things that no one else has, that no one else is willing to, and make that same goal happen. While there may be a plan in this idea of control, self-discipline, and focus, there's still that underlying confidence that can lead to the risk of charging headfirst into a problem, if need be. And the confidence of the chariot is not something to be underestimated. Ryuji is, just as with everyone in this game, a really good depiction of both the upright and the reverse of the chariot. At the beginning of his game, the beginning of his confidant, Ryuji is very much in the reverse direction. This is a trend we'll see all throughout all of the Arcana, and because he has no control over his life. He's at the whims of Kamoshida, at the whims of the school, he's hated by everyone. It's all because of actions that he did, because he thought that he could do things better for himself, and he tried to force things into his own direction. He's shown not to have literally, and again, just he literally loses control of his movement in general when Kamoshida breaks his leg. Much more minor detail that still... It's a stretch to apply that to this, but... whatever. And his, through all of this, his dreams are dashed, and he just feels hopeless. He's, someone who's forgotten by everyone. He is just a delinquent, no friends, and he has his life completely gone, and he just has nothing with him. But that begins to change when he meets Joker, and begins to finally make some control for himself. He's very willing to join the Phantom Thieves, and he's very vocal about his inclusion into the group. He's finally getting to control what he wants to do in his life, is not being pushed around by others. By physically training with Joker, he's regaining that control over his leg, which again, bit of a stretch to add to that. He's gaining a friend, he's working himself towards being a better person, he's just working himself to be better in general, and rather than letting his emotions get the better of him, he stands up for people who may have wronged him, and, as he says a number of times, he feels free. Which is something that he really hasn't had before. He's in control, he's standing up for himself, and he has that will to stand on his own 2 feet. He knows that other people need to stand up for himself. The Reverse Chariot desperately wants things to go in its own way. Ryuji is trying to force things to happen. When he attacks Kamoshida, he wants to force things to go better, but it never works out. And by the end of the confidant, Ryuji knows that he can't be the only way to solve a problem. Other people need to work on those issues themselves. And sure, he could have immediately gone to the principal with that and called out Yamauchi, but instead he confronted the former track team. He told them about this so that they could decide to do something about that. He mentions in his rank 9 that it's out of his control now. It's all up to them what they want to do with their track team. It's not his problem, it's not his duty to fix it, but he went out of that way to give people the means to make that change for themselves. And even though he was scared to do that, even though he got literally beaten up for it, he still did that because he had the confidence. He knew that this was something that needed to be done, and he put himself on the line in order to help his friends out. And takes out a personal problem through his own determination, and he helps his friends out. He feels proud of himself for it. With all of that long not even a preamble, that post-amble, I guess, we now have 2 max ranks, and our 2 party members, which is quite nice. And, next time, well, who are we gonna hang out with? Let's hang out with Chihaya. Or Kechi. We'll find out. But until then, see you guys later.